Welcome to our channel. Today, we will look at famous Civil War sites then and now. Please subscribe and press likes. Beneath the Brompton Oak, wounded soldiers were treated after the Battle of Spotsylvania in May 1864. With over 50,000 amputations during the war, this site reflects the harsh reality of Civil War medicine. Confederate General Stonewall Jackson was fatally wounded by friendly fire during his greatest victory at Chancellorsville on May 2, 1863. This 1866 photo marks the spot where Jackson fell, a key moment in the war's history. Ford's Theater, where Abraham Lincoln was shot by John Wilkes Booth in 1865, remains a site of national reflection. The President's Box, photographed after the assassination, is preserved as a historical exhibit today. This photo shows Fort Sumter after its capture by Confederate forces in April 1861, marking the Civil War's beginning. Now, a museum. The fort offers visitors a glimpse into the war's earliest conflicts. Near Burnside Bridge, Union graves memorialize soldiers who perished in the Battle of Antietam on September 17, 1862. Alexander Gardner's photograph captures the somber scene from the deadliest single day in U.S. military history. Union General John Sedgwick used the Farley Plantation as his winter headquarters in 1863–64. Photographed by Matthew Brady, the mansion remains a private residence, preserving its Civil War legacy as a strategic Union post. This haunting image of a Confederate soldier lying near his rifle in Gettysburg's slaughter pen captures the fierce fighting at the base of Little Round Top. The area remains a solemn reminder of the battle's intensity. The David R. Miller farmhouse saw heavy fighting during the Battle of Antietam. Despite the chaos, the house survived intact. This 1862 photo shows members of the Miller family near their historic home, which still stands today. Dunker Church was a focal point in the Battle of Antietam, the bloodiest single day in U.S. history. Though destroyed in 1921, it was reconstructed in 1962 and remains a central landmark for visitors to the battlefield. Confederate officer Henry Wirtz, infamous for his role at Andersonville Prison, was hanged near the U.S. Capitol in 1865. The site is now a busy, modern location, a stark contrast to its grim history during the war's aftermath. This 1863 photo shows Devil's Den, a scene of brutal combat at Gettysburg. Fallen soldiers littered the area, captured in grim images by war photographers. Today, it's a peaceful place visited by those reflecting on the war. Robert E. Lee made his headquarters at the home of 70-year-old widow Mary Thompson during the Battle of Gettysburg. The stone house on Seminary Ridge remains a significant historical site, open to visitors today. Union soldiers sought refuge in Carrie Sheed's house on July 1, 1863, as the lines collapsed at Gettysburg. This historic home on Chambersburg Pike still stands today, preserving its role in one of the war's most pivotal battles. Union soldiers stand outside Price, Birch and Company, once a notorious slave trading firm in Alexandria, Virginia. Though the original sign is gone, the building now bears a memorial plaque, marking its dark place in history. Federal General Heintzelman and his staff pose at Arlington House, home to Confederate General Robert E. Lee for 30 years. Abandoned by Lee for Richmond, the estate remains a key Civil War landmark today. Built a decade before the Battle of Gettysburg, Evergreen Cemetery witnessed the brutal conflict. Today, a replica cannon marks the spot, serving as a reminder of the war's devastating toll. This image shows a fire-ravaged building in Richmond's burnt district. Once devastated by war, today the area is rejuvenated with modern buildings like the Berkeley Hotel rising from the ashes. Union cavalry crossed Sudley Springs Ford during the First Battle of Bull Run in 1861. This peaceful stream hides its violent past, now a serene historical site that saw the Civil War's first major battle. Union forces defended Little Round Top at Gettysburg in fierce fighting. Colonel Strong Vincent, mortally wounded, famously commanded, "Don't give an inch." The Union victory here was crucial, and today it's a famous battlefield site. Union General George Thomas used the Snodgrass House during the bloody Battle of Chickamauga. With 34,000 casualties, it's remembered as one of the Civil War's deadliest battles. Today, a cannon marks the site. Union General Burnside led a failed assault at Fredericksburg in 1864, resulting in nearly 18,000 casualties. A cannon at Fredericksburg National Cemetery now marks this battlefield, where soldiers sacrificed in vain. In May 1862, the Union's Army of the Potomac gathered at Cumberland Landing for their Peninsula Campaign against Richmond. This early Civil War photo captures the staging ground for the offensive. A Confederate veteran contemplates the 50th anniversary of Gettysburg in 1913, sitting near the 71st Pennsylvania's marker. The unchanged landscape recalls the battle's horrors for those who returned. Timothy O'Sullivan's photo shows Union soldiers standing by graves of their comrades after the Battle of Cedar Mountain on August 9, 1862. This Confederate victory left many hastily buried across the Virginia battlefield. Matthew Brady's 1863 image shows Union fortifications on Culps Hill at Gettysburg. The hill's defenses helped secure a pivotal Union victory. Today, the site is preserved within Gettysburg National Military Park. In May 1863, General Robert E. Lee's outnumbered forces triumphed over Union General Hooker at Chancellorsville. But this victory cost the Confederacy its greatest general, Stonewall Jackson, who was mortally wounded. Hagerstown Pike, a major focal point at the Battle of Antietam, saw intense fighting during the bloodiest single day in U.S. history. Union and Confederate forces clashed fiercely near this historic Maryland road. Known as Bloody Lane, the sunken road at Antietam saw horrific fighting. Confederate forces entrenched here were overwhelmed by Union troops, turning the road into a scene of devastation and loss. Fought from July 1st to 3rd, 1863, the Battle of Gettysburg marked a turning point in the Civil War. The Union victory halted Lee's invasion of the North. Today, the battlefield is preserved as a national park. Fort Carroll, along with Fort Greble, protected Washington, D.C. during the Civil War, defending the Potomac and key roads. These forts played a crucial role in safeguarding the nation's capital from Confederate attacks. The Codori Farm saw intense fighting during Pickett's charge at Gettysburg. General Pickett may have observed the final assault from here. The farm still stands, though the orchard that witnessed the charge is gone.